I'm speechless. Wentz is some trash. If they're not comfortable with Heinicke, they need to go to the draft or trade or pay the money to get someone who is top tier, who's not locked in a contract. We can't keep going on like this. It's not right. And it's just, it's insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome. This
Right.
game was horrible. This game was winnable. There were so many times where Deshaun was throwing, where there was the object of the game is to defend a match. So is it 10 people on defense and 11 on offense? Because every time I looked up, somebody was somewhere by themselves. Like they didn't have a man to cover.
And so that was a surprise for me. We said, if you watched our previous show, which came out yesterday, we said to us, if we lose this game, it's going to be because of the offensive line, the quarterback, or Gwen said, play calling. All of that came into play today, yes. But also what surprised me was our defense in the second half was atrocious. That secondary was terrible. And it's because I believe Cam Curl was out. When he's in, it makes a big difference. So what surprised me is that the defense also came into play. What angers me about this whole thing is, as soon as I heard Rivera had put Wentz in as a starter, I said, we're done. Yeah. I knew it from the very beginning. That man threw 3 interceptions. Heinicke got pulled last week for throwing 2 interceptions, but he was still fighting. He was still trying. Wentz sees the pocket collapsing, just like I told y'all.
Stand right there and collapse with it.
He stands there and gets sacked. Like he's supposed to, like that's the design of the play, to get sacked and lay down on the field. He has no mobility. I mean, this much. I saw one play where he ran. I was like, okay, that was good. But when you see the pocket collapsing, throw it away or run for it. He does neither. 3 interceptions. It's him. It's that offensive line. And surprisingly for me, it was the secondary. Also, the line had some little plays too where they looked porous. Chubb was just running up and down the field. So I blame Rivera for making that decision, or whoever made the decision. I don't know if it was Scott Turner, if it was Rivera, whoever made the decision to put Wentz in. I blame them. I blame Wentz. And you could even see the body language of the people on the team look defeated. Totally different from when Heinicke was out there. Totally different.
It's terrible. And then also, too, go back to one of my issues is the 600-pound life. They gobble up that clock without scoring. Right. You can't be number 1 in the possession of the ball and be ranked 22nd when it comes to red zone. You know what I'm trying to say? Making it a touchdown. Right. You gotta score, and 3 points is not gonna do it. If you're gonna eat the clock up, if you're gonna hold the ball for 12 minutes of a quarter, you need to score and repeatedly score, not score one time and then don't score again for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It's crazy, Sabrina.
And it's hard to score points when you turn the ball over. If you ain't got the ball, you can't score unless you're going to do it on defense. You can't score without the ball. Sorry.
Every time we touch the ball, and then whose idea was it to go for it on 4th and 1? Then they don't make it. And that's another thing. If you're going to go for it on 4th and 1, do a better play, a different play. You don't do what they call that shuttle pass, because that play, that first time they didn't make it on 4th and 1, he had to throw the ball 5 yards backwards.
I hate those plays.
1 yard forward. So how is, even though it's B-Rob, if enough defenders know what you're doing and see the play going down, they're going to stop him, which they did. They need to, the play calling sucks. I would never have called that play on 4th and 1. No way is that ball being shuttled 5 yards back, Sabrina.
I hate that play under any circumstance where it's like you go back to go forward. That's backwards. Right. It's counterintuitive. Yeah, it works when you work it, but a lot of the times you're just setting yourself up for failure by starting 5 yards in the negative. I think it's crazy.
Oh, I'm just, my mind all over the place. I'm good. We're not going to the playoffs. Great. Now we got to sit here and wait because the Lions monkey stomped the Bears. So we needed the 3 teams right behind us: the Detroit, the Packers, and Seattle.
Yeah.
Right. So the Lions beat the Bears, monkey stomped them. Now the Packers are playing the Vikings. Yeah. They probably going to win. If Kirk Cousins is playing, then they sit down and start, they're going to lose. I'm sorry. So we need the Vikings to beat the Packers today. It might not happen.
Well, it could happen, but the thing is, the Packers need this game so bad. We picked the Vikings to win this game yesterday when we were calling the games, but the truth be told, he can pull this game off. Aaron can pull this off. So my thing is this: no, we're not out of it, but do we even deserve to be?
No.
It makes me angry. It makes me angry that he would make the decision that he made to put in Wentz. This was a winnable game. If Heinicke had been in there, he probably wouldn't have been perfect. Heinicke would have won us that game. I believe that with all my heart. But of course, hindsight is 2020 and you don't really know. But I'm angry.
I'm furious. And the add salt to the wound, I done got at least 6 calls already from them boys fans talking all this trash. But do I say what's gonna happen? I told them get all that laughs in now because they're gonna be one and done, and they're gonna be home with us. So it does not matter. And then one of my neighbors, and I'm gonna say because she just became a new subscriber, told me she was on her way to bother her brother. I said, leave that man alone. Nope, I'm going over there, and that makes the difference.
And see, and that's why for me, you can be a Cowboys fan. That's your prerogative. But the thing about them is they are irritating to the highest level. Why would you drive over somebody else's house to rub something in? We might call you and be like, did you see that game? Or have our little laugh and it be done. They're going to wear stars and stripes and flags and everything.
She said when I get my CK up, she coming over here. I say, I'm going to start treating you like you got the plague. You ain't coming in here. You say we still have a chance to bring it. We're done.
No, I mean, of course. I'm saying mathematically, we're not out of it.
We're done.
Even still, what difference does it make?
And I agree with you. We don't deserve to go because look at what we need. Look at the play calling. No one is really playing. And Wentz is horrible. You know, they keep saying that six-pack is the backup. So is Wentz. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So my off season, some things need to happen. I'm praying that with this new owner, gonna come new energy and new ideas. And I'm at the point where I say clean the whole slate.
I agree.
Coach, offensive coach, defensive coach, quarterback. I said owner. Wipe them all clean. Start over from scratch.
The only one of those I could maybe make a case for keeping as a defensive coach. That's it.
Yeah, Del Rio. He ain't that bad. If he's throwing 4 out of 5, then let them all go. But it's okay because we've been here before. It's just disheartening because of how this season has been with all the extra negativity. This would have at least put a nice cap on it. And then, too, this was the game that was honoring the Hogs. There was no honor.
And can we talk about that real quick? They unveiled the mascot, Commander Tutty. That is so... Listen, how you going to put a hog out there with the new name Commanders? The two don't mix. Yes, it's paying, respect and to the past and everything. But it's just... It's so too little, too late. It's embarrassing. I just blow the whole thing up and start over.
Exactly. Name, mascot, owner, coach, quarterback, everything.
Everything.
I'm at this rate. I'm ready to just. My heart won't let me not watch it. I love football too much, and I love my team. But it is becoming increasingly harder and harder each year to be a Commanders fan. You always got to look for the bright spot at the end of the rainbow. Joy comes in the morning, but this is a long morning.
You mean a long night?
This is a long night. Thank you. Yeah. It's a long night because good night.
And especially if you think back a few weeks ago when we were finally set up, all we had to do was beat the Giants. It was like the momentum was in our favor. We had all these 3 out of the last 4 games we're playing here at home. It's like everything is in your favor and you just come out just like nothing. So I don't even know that we deserve to go to the playoffs. Hope we do. I still love them, but it's very frustrating. So let's watch these late games today and see what happens.
The Vikings whoop up on these Packers.
Also, the Seahawks play tomorrow night, I believe. No, they played today at 4. I think they're playing now. So anyway, let's watch these late games and see what happens. But either way it goes, anybody that's a Commander fan know how we feel. We frustrated. So
this would have been a great opportunity for us having the worst. They called us the NFC least last year. For us, if all 4 teams would have been made it, this would have been a perfect ending to this year because we went from the least to the beast. We had an opportunity for each team. Like the AFC North did it 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Where they had everybody but the Ravens. And I thought, wow, that'll never happen, all 4 teams. And we had an opportunity to do it. It ain't gonna get done now. So officially the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Giants are in.
Yeah. Yep. And so we're hanging on by not even a thread, like whatever skinnier than.
I don't know why you speak those things as they are, as though they were. Sabrina, we not going. It's just too much. And the next week is going to be something else. We're going to need this. We're going to need that. God, and all the Browns had to do was be spoilers. You couldn't beat the Browns.
So with that being said, I'm Sabrina.
I'm Gwen. Have a great week. Happy New Year. Just not to wait. I want to start off my New Year. But Happy New Year. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Bye.
Bye-bye. Shake it.